Well, daylight saving time comes to an end this weekend, so it's time to get ready for some dark afternoons and evenings. Sunset on Sunday after we turn those clocks back, set for 4:54 here in Denver. And those dark evenings often signal the start of seasonal affective disorder.
Yeah, something that's really important. Seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, is a type of depression that's related to the change in seasons. The end of daylight saving time is often viewed as the time when these symptoms really kick in. Doctors say it can make you feel tired, fatigued, or sad. It can even change your weight and sleeping habits. Doctors say it seems to be triggered by a drop in daily sunlight exposure because of the way that light affects our brains. The end of daylight saving time is often viewed as the worst time of the year for this.
Yeah, that makes sense. There are some things you can do to help with this. One option we were just talking about is light therapy, which involves sitting in front of something called a light box for a few minutes each day. Doctors may also prescribe medication for severe cases of this, but the easiest option for most people, getting outside for a walk. Doctors say going for a stroll, even on a cloudy day, can provide the same amount of light exposure as one of those light boxes. Plus, you get all of those added benefits of mood-boosting exercise. Definitely something I think a lot of folks deal with this time of year and maybe don't even realize.
And I think when you have those solutions, or not solutions, but ideas that you can kind of work on to make it better, I don't understand why you wouldn't do some of those. You know, it's like you could work on fixing the problem or the issue, or you can work on preventing it. So why wouldn't you just try to prevent it?
Yeah, well, you know, I think a lot of people, it's time management, and that's the hardest part, is stopping what you're doing. I'm one of those people who has trouble stopping what I'm doing to go do a walk or to go maybe do something that's more mentally healthy for me. So, you know, it's one of those things that you really have to work on, but it's hard this time. I remember I used to like daylight saving ending back when I used to work morning shows, because then the sun would go down actually when I'm going to sleep, but a lot of it depends on what your life's schedule is like. Now that I'm working evenings, it's my least favorite time of the year because I feel like I spend half of my day in the dark because I work so late and then get up later in the evening or later in the morning the next day. So it's hard. It is hard.
One tip I was reading about, you know, base that walk around your schedule. So make sure you kind of schedule it into your day, whether that's in the morning or afternoon after you get off work, or maybe during your lunch break. You eat a quick lunch, get outside just for those 15, 20 minutes. They say that can really make a big difference with this. But like you said, it's really difficult. We're losing that hour of sunlight in the evening. That 4:54 sunset makes it pretty tough for the average person to get out and go on a walk after work.
Yeah, that's harsh. That's the hard part is, you know, and we live in a place where we do see such extremes where the sun doesn't seem to set until 10 o'clock in the middle of summer, and then we're hitting 4 or 5 o'clock now. So it is hard to adjust your life because maybe you get used to a 6 o'clock stroll in the summer, where a 6 o'clock stroll in this time of year, in the fall and in the winter, really isn't going to get you much sunlight.
I think you were right, though. Like you said, it's all about time management. Nobody has the time, right? Nobody has an extra 45 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever it is. You have to make the time.
Absolutely.
That's what it comes down to. All right. Well, good stuff.
Yeah.